Hi, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Dobrodošli. This will be a half-season update video on my Twitch save with Dubrava. But before we dive into it, let me just say a few words. This is my first time doing anything like this. YouTube, Twitch, editing. It's exciting, but it's also outside my comfort zone. Still, I'm loving it. It's not always easy, but it's definitely worth it. And if you're enjoying this as well, or want to support a rookie on this journey, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitch. It helps more than you know. Thank you. Hvala. And now let's see what we were up to with Dubrava. As you can see, I spent way too long making this avatar look like me, and somehow the eye patch felt really necessary. But let's get to business. This is the squad you get when you take over in Dubrava in season 23-24. It's perfectly suitable for the level of the league we play in, with only standout being Luka Vrbancic. Luka is a generational talent on loan from our parent club Dinamo Zagreb. If we are to make any progress and upset the odds, we will have to rely on him heavily. Since we're talking about the odds, this is where bookies predict we're supposed to finish. We are on even odds with 4 other clubs to battle for survival, with Zmijovci being the obvious candidate to get relegated. On the other end, Šibenik should cruise through league with Zrinski and Vukovar being the close rivals for that one sole spot. Yes, you can only go up by winning the league. There is no second spot playoff. Which brings us to the other end of screen, where you can see Vrbancic is up there with the best players in the league. So Vrbancic is our gem, our playmaker. His partners in midfield will be Lovro Dobrić, our defensive mid, and Marko Ivanović, box-to-box midfielder, to cover Vrbancic's lack of speed and provide lungs in our midfield with his high stamina and work rate. Our goalkeeper is Tin Sharkan, who is a solid pick for this level of playing and a former Dinamo Zagreb player, although only playing in their academy. Up front is Dragan Juranović, who is the older brother from Croatian international and Union Berlin right back Josip Juranović. Dragan is our captain, one of the older guys in the squad and the best attacker we have. I was debating whether to put him in striker or inside forward position and decided he will give us more by playing in inside forward position. At least until Jakov Anton Vasilj, a former wonderkid, comes back from his extended injury for the other part of the season. So this is how we lined up on the first day of the save. Sharkan in goal, Pusinković, Ikena, Ljubanović and Palić in defense, Dobrić as a halfback, Ivanović and Vrbancic orchestrating the midfield with Juranović and Raužan on the wings, and Patrik Kese up front. We had a good spine of the team in before mentioned players, but needed to bring a new forward and a center back, since Clement Ikena is the only defender we can really rely on. Which brings us to finances. Somewhat expected, with little to no room for making moves in transfer market. Early in the save, board already trimmed our transfer revenue to 15%, so it's even worse than it looks like. But we managed to do some business. First we brought coaches in, because the only coach we had in the squad was our assistant manager Petra Mandić, who in real life actually managed Dubrava in 23-24 season for a brief time, thus becoming the first female head coach at this level of Croatian football. Staff moves we did actually surprised me. It is notoriously hard to get any sort of staff recruiting at this level, with wages we can offer being extremely low, but we somehow managed and brought in real Croatian and world footballing legends. I introduced to you Milan Baroš as our coach along with Goran Vlahović, hero of mine when I was a kid. As a head performance analyst, we also brought the former Croatian international Nikola Jerkan. Our scouting team also had no one on the wage bill, so we had to move fast, as this is crucial for our save given the rules I put on myself. Check the video in the corner to see the detailed list of rules. Another 2 legends of the game signed for us. First one, Emil Mpenza, former Belgian international striker, and Milan Miki Rapajic, an absolute legend of Croatian football. Honestly, Football Manager should give you an option to try and persuade these kinds of coaches to lace up their boots once again and hop on the pitch once more. And now! Our primary focus was to bring a striker, and we found one in Selmir Mahmutović from Marsonia, a fallen giant of Croatian football. Mahmutović played a few friendlies, and then this happened. It was a very fun first stream, But our scouts acted promptly and presented us with Zlatan Koščević, who we loaned from Dinamo Zagreb for zero fee and zero wages. I tried not to exploit our affiliation with Dinamo too much, but given our finances and Mahmutović injury, this one was a no-brainer. Somewhere between Mahmutović and Koščević signings, our first and only trialist of the summer decided he would sign with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Roko Kurtović, our second central defender to pair up with Ikena. With Mahmutović, Koščević and Kurtović, our first 11 was set and we were ready to go. One other move we did was loaning another Dinamo youngster, Vilin Getz, to provide depth and challenge to our only left-footed winger, Jan Raužan. On the other end, we tried to ease our wage bill by letting Marko Veriga, Lee Sam and Kevin Đerđlejka leave for free. None of them was ever going to break the first 11. Our preparations included 11 friendly matches, of which I played all of them. Yes, I'm a control maniac and want to have full control on what is happening in friendly matches and not let my assistant do anything silly. Friendlies started poorly, but as we gained our match sharpness, fitness and tactical familiarity up, we started beating some teams that are more reputable than us, most notably Mura, Slovenian 2021 champions. Which leads us to our first game of the season, home game against BSK Bijelo Brdo. We started strong, but almost crumbled in the end. Thankfully the result stayed 3-2 and we opened the season with a banger of the game. Next up, Cibalia, again a 3-2 win. At least we aren't playing boring matches. Up until 7th round we managed 5 wins and a draw, but then the first loss came to the hands of Vukovar. In the last game before winter break we lost to Zrinski Osječko, but Juranović managed to score the goal of the month. Until the winter break we played 17 matches, won 10, drew 3 and lost 4, which meant Dubrava boys will get to celebrate Christmas and New Year from the first place. To give ourselves a present for a festive season, we bought a free agent we tried to sign throughout the autumn, Marko Đira. Former Dinamo Zagreb, Lokomotiva and Šibenik player, once a hot prospect, but still one hell of a player for us. Dragan Juranović is the only player in our first 11 with average rating above 7, as he scored 5 and assisted 6 times. Roko Kurtović, our center-back signing, proved to be a threat from corners, scoring 5 times. Getz is pushing Raužan for his spot in the first 11, and now it seems that we will play the other half of the season with following 11. Šarkanj, Posinković, Ikena, Kurtović, Đira, Dobrić, Ivanović, Vrbančić, Getz, Vasilj and Juranović up front. Winter transfer season is upon us, and we will try to trim our squad and maybe add 1 or 2 players if the opportunity arises. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.